Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87, and this is Let's Play A Virtue's Last Reward, Part 57. Last time we completed the final puzzle room Q. We had started it in 2 videos ago, but the dice puzzle just destroyed my brain and had to take a break and come back in the next video. We eventually defeated it and wrapped up the rest of the puzzle room. We got to then see a hologram of the old woman, who we now know as Akane Kurashiki, and she explained a little bit of what the AV project's for, and emphasis on the little bit portion. But the main thing we learned is that Tenmyoji is somehow, he is Junpei, our protagonist from 999, and that is, that Akane is Akane from 999. Now, there's still a lot of questions. A, how the fuck are they so old? That's the main one. But we're gonna keep pushing on and see if maybe we can find some answers to those questions. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. Dude, the infirmary, that's just the hot spot, dude. Why can't we, pick the lounge as the place to, meet up and lounge around? Double Excel of your boys? Injected Allison Quark.
Thank goodness.
So, why does the Radical 6... why is that a thing?
It will take some time for them to recover completely.
As in, why do we have it in the facility? That's something that's never really been explained. Because at first you kind of think it's, an accident that, maybe Quark is let in without them knowing that he has it. But it seems like they intended for Quark and Alice to get it. The fact that there's 2 bottles of Excelavir in there. So that's, what purpose does giving them, Radical 6, do?
But they should be fine. Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Tenmyoji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corner of his eyes as he turned away from us. Ah, shit. That's the I didn't pour any water before I started the video noise. Fuck! Oh, I think I'll be fine. Suddenly I remembered Dio. Where had he gone? It didn't take me long to find him. Oh, there he is. Where did these handcuffs come from? He was sprawled. Wait, maybe it's the handcuffs from the crew quarters. No, I think about it. Because there were handcuffs on one of the doors. When you first go there, maybe that's it. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters.
Dude, I'm so fucking smart. I don't know why that just I said it and then it just instantly popped to my mind. That oh yeah, remember 50 videos ago, the crew quarters? You idiot. I guess it was actually we did the crew quarters pretty late. It was part 14 or something. So, 40 videos ago?
Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them.
Yeah.
You are, quite literally, lifesavers.
Yeah.
You have my eternal gratitude.
Damn right. Finally. Give me some fucking appreciation. Sigma saved everyone how many times throughout the various paths? He's been the main problem solver? No, we get no respect. After that, we headed back to Floor A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Phi, K, and Luna. Clover and Tenmyoji decided to remain in the infirmary. just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default. So this should be some pretty easy allies.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
Did it? I don't, dude. The last round's been so long ago. I don't remember when the last voting round of this path was. Oh yeah, is this the one where it had the whole like we allied and then she betrayed us and then we betrayed her and she allied us thing? That was on this path. What? That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Phi.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
Yeah, very true. Hey, you're acting like I might actually try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there.
So wait, are we? I thought we were paired up with Phi. Are we not paired up with Phi?
We just have to play the A-B game 3 more times.
Oh yeah, 3 more times.
Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
So who's holding us back? So it's us, Alice, and Luna are the ones are the low goers right now.
Okay, I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah, I trust you. Also, it would be like really break up the flow if it like gave us an ally betray at this point and had to like give us a bad end or something.
Shall we open the doors?
And it doesn't make any logical sense to betray, so it's better off not even giving us the option to vote, personally.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes.
Oh, right.
In
We
this
have to
case,
wait for
it's
the
better
deadline.
to just take the choice out of the player's hands, because then you take as it's either you force them to ally, which is
Oh. Well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Okay, let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
I was about to follow when.
Hold on.
What do you
I just
want?
remembered something.
Well, okay, like remembered something.
The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories,
She. What are we talking about? Kane's body was in there. Wasn't it? What do you mean other histories? Wasn't it in all the histories? Why didn't we find her body this time?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
Wait, we didn't find her body in this path? Well, I'm like really confused right now.
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma, Phi, you will decide its fate.
The Schrodinger's cat thing?
Exactly.
I mean, I wonder what she meant about us deciding its fate.
Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet. The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
What? No, that's impossible. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box.
What?
We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either.
So we never found her body in this path.
In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
So she's theoretically still alive.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Huh. See, I just assumed that meant another hologram. And also, like, how could she not be dead? Like, what? What if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? If she was, what would that mean? Dude, my brain hurts. There's too much going on in this game. It's too much to keep track of, dude. To be continued. Well, yo, what the fuck? What do you mean to be continued? I'm a tad bit confused right now. AB room passed. I wonder if that's a like a catch-all, because like in theory you have to do all the other endings to unlock this path, right? Because you need to do all the other endings to get the bomb passwords. I wonder if this only unlocks if you've actually unlocked the other endings, maybe? And that's kind of like a catch-all to just prevent you from looking up the bomb passwords online or something. Is to like force you to actually go through each path. I bet that's what this is supposed to be. And why it didn't just keep going. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Where the hell am I? I'm getting some deja vu here. Looks like an elevator, but...
No, this is one of the AB rooms.
You don't... Shut up, Phi. You shouldn't know that. Who the hell are you? What the hell's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Yo, don't... What are you talking about? Memory? You know, that reminded me. Man, what the fuck is up with Clover's ending, by the way? I mean, I don't think I really talked about it too much at the time, but why is Clover's ending so fucking whack? It's like everybody just kills themselves, and then Sigma kills himself, and that's it. You don't even learn anything from Clover's ending. It's like, it's maybe the most pointless one. I guess that's like it's the only one you can do straight from the get-go? Because now that we can look at them all, it's the only one you can do. Like, it has to be the... Actually, Dio's ending. Dio's ending you can also do right from the get-go, it looks like. Which is kind of weird, because Dio's ending's, like, super spoilery, and kind of, like... It's one of the endings you really want to get last, in all honesty. I wouldn't say it's spoilery, but, like... It removes all that tension of, like, in a lot of the situations about, like, say, the bombs, or, like, anytime there's a killing, is you just know, well, it's probably Dio. So, but I think we did get Dio's ending pretty early on, but... You're Phi. She grinned. When is this?
Check your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AV room?
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours, 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Oh, if we're an hour early, then that means we could be the first ones out.
Yeah, Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her.
But at the same time, how, like, Dio's got a knife. We don't have a knife.
I think. Right. We're here for one reason.
To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Don't make me do this puzzle room again.
Let's go.
What? Is it actually gonna make me do the puzzle room again? Can I just like put in the answer? Hello? You remember the password. We figured it out last time. Yeah. Whoa, go back. Sunstar Moon? Easy! Should we have gotten the secret file again? Grab the cracker. Ah, damn, I meant key. What? That doesn't have like anything to do with anything. Like some of the others, at least, like were words that sounded similar. I wonder if that's maybe another joke that it works better in the original language. Just do it, dang, dude. I mean, we could have done it much faster. What do you think? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? What the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8, 1. Done. Hey, you pushed the button. Bite me, you were taking too long. We're on a schedule here. And that's a little neat that it like makes you do the puzzle room again, but you can just put in the answer in immediately. You can just cheat basically. Oh, there he is. Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit. How do we stop him? I feel like we're just gonna get stabbed, dude. I scrambled down from the top of the AV room. Phi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Phi? What the hell are you doing? Get down here! Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the... What? Ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. What the fuck? Why is Phi a superhero? My dude, his neck is broken.
He's fine.
He is not fine. He is a paraplegic.
Just unconscious.
Yeah, for the rest of his life. This would be a quadriplegic, dude. Because, I mean, his spinal cord is snapped in half. His brainstem has been destroyed.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Going down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. I looked up.
So you came.
Sup, girl?
I've been waiting for you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes.
Dude, Kane's weird.
Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why were you going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
What?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary.
I don't know if death is ever necessary. It seems a little fucking egotistical.
When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot. You pull
What?
back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from a slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like.
Can we travel to the future where we're not locked in a box with a bunch of assholes?
Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes.
Okay, don't fucking giggle about it, you bitch.
Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Yeah, she did tell us that. So that's the reason why? It's because it will make the brain do better? It seems a little... I don't quite
Every
understand, if
single
I'm being
one of
honest.
you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course.
But why everyone? If it's just supposed to be focused on Sigma and Phi, why does everyone else need Radical 6?
Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time.
Gotta overclock that cerebral cortex.
Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved.
See, that's why we did so many bad ends. It was to make our ability to remember improve. Not, yeah, that was totally a reason for it.
Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the AB game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
So that's why there's a behemoth of a flowchart. I get it. I don't. I think I finally understand. Okay, I mean, there are a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you just told me makes sense. You did all this so that Phi and I could jump through four-dimensional space with our memories intact. Why?
Yes.
But why? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people have died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died, so has Phi, so have you. I still don't get the Clover ending. Because, like, where's Kay in that, man? Because, you know, the first time I saw that, I was like, yo, Kay fucking murdered everyone. And I was, like, hella suspicious of him for the longest time. But I guess that's supposed to just be Radical 6 kills everyone, right? But why? That's the one ending I don't get, because you don't even like learn anything in that ending. I don't think. I could be wrong though.
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You are all destined to die.
This is really some next level cult shit.
Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I just realized I had a bottle of water on my desk from like a couple days ago that still had a little bit of water in it. And survive, adapt, overcome. Because I'm very thirsty. We'll probably have to cut this video a little bit on the early side simply because I need water. I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why. What is so goddamn important that it's worth all of this?
Ah. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, what is this cryptic bullshit? Can we murder Akane?
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
Pick up Dio's knife and just get to stabbing, you know? Bullshit! That's not good enough! Why can't you tell us now? Yes, here we go. Pick up that knife and, get to stabbing.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
Well, that's fucking hella creepy. What are you talking about? We got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Lagomorph.
Yes.
Lagomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Lagomorph.
It's kind of lame.
Lagomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
No sassy comebacks?
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future.
Oh, so this is basically just the explanation of how Akane's alive? Is that so when we were talking about it, oh god, this fucking time travel shit hurts my head. So before we got teleported here, when Sigma and Phi were talking about how Akane hadn't been murdered in this timeline, that was because they had actually already saved her, but they just didn't know they had done it because
Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the third AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our second or third time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. A key. A small key attached to a string. Oh, fucking thanks, lady.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
It's a little weird, right? But won't you notice that? I feel like you would notice that, like, constantly.
Tu fui ego eris.
We've heard that before.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Good thing Phi's a Latin nerd.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
Oh, thanks. You know, don't fucking tell me anything, you cryptic old bitch.
Go.
What did we see that on? To flee. The garden. The garden,
Return to the future.
was it the tombstone? Or did that have Memento Mori on it?
You won't be alone.
I'm pretty sure it's that tombstone had that on there.
I will be at your side, watching over you.
Can we, like, have anyone else watching over
Now
us?
hurry.
You know, another thing those flashes reminded me of is, you know, Kay's ending? The whole, like, you know, they get penalized, right? And then he has, like, the antidote for the Soparil, or the Tubocurane, and then he injects Phi. And I don't understand why he does that. Like, if that's important or not. Because he injects Phi and then dies. And while he's dying, you know, you learn the thing from K, you learn the password or whatever. I don't know if there's, like, if that's has any importance. It's like keeping Phi alive in that timeline. I'm not. Or if that's just supposed to be like, oh, Sigma's so noble, he saved Phi's life over himself. Okay, so I guess we're back here. We're allying. Okay, we're in the infirmary.
Looks like you're awake.
Dude, I don't want to wake up the Timioji standing over me. Is this the infirmary?
Why are we here?
Do you know what happened at the AB gate?
I assume we passed out.
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
so we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
So wait, does that mean no one voted? Did we get penalized? Wasn't Phi supposed to vote for us or something?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Or has the voting not happened yet? Yeah. You got him pretty good, huh?
Huh.
My dude has a broken spinal cord.
Yeah, I remember all right.
Dude, Phi is terrifying.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Adult stuff. Quark.
What am I? Chopped liver?
Yes. Alice.
Back among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yeah, thanks. Grandpa told me what you did. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
Also, secondary question on Radical 6. If everybody's got it, why do only Alice and Quark ever freak out about it? I mean, there's like Sigma shows the symptom the one time in Luna's ending, you know, when he passes out of the security office. But no one else I mean, I guess then in Clover's End, and they all kill themselves, which is just kind of I don't know. The Radical Six stuff's kind of weird. Although I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit, dude. Sigma is just fucking. He wants the swimsuit action. I mean, honestly, Alice. I mean, I think a swimsuit would actually cover up more than what she actually covers up currently.
Really grabbing at straws here, aren't you?
Hey, I wasn't talking to Quark. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Oh, whatever. Forget about that.
No, we will not forget about the swimsuits.
Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number 9 door.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Look at your bracelet.
Oh, we've been asleep for like 6 hours? I have 10 BP.
I've got 15 BP.
15, Jesus Christ.
That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
How?
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours.
Oh.
We've played the AB game 3 times.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, everyone chose Ally.
Well, that's sweet. I mean, it helps a lot when you take Dio out of the equation. So we're gonna leave Dio behind, right? Like, we're not gonna take him with us.
And now all of us have enough to leave.
I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to raise all of our BP past 9? Was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd been less suspicious of one another? Or could the bombs had something to do with it? We all joined. We? It was fucking us and Phi versus the world. All joined forces against Dio, and Phi and I had been able to disarm them all? All of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that had strengthened our bond, you know, leveled up our social link, got a high rank support, you know, whatever JRPG comparison you want to make. After which I had to admit would be somewhat ironic. After all, Dio had planted the bombs that forced us all to work together against him. This must have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
Come on, let's go!
Hell yeah!
Let's open the door and get out of here!
Wait. What about him? After some discussion, we decided to leave Dio behind. Hell yeah! Alice was the only holdout. She complained about waiting to take him back to her superiors, but after I mentioned they'd come back to investigate after we escaped and deal with... Dude, I can't talk. After we escaped and deal with Dio, then she reluctantly complied. See, this is what happens when you go a long time without water. Which is actually why we're going to stop the recording now, because we're at 38 minutes, and so I feel good about stopping things here. I'm at your cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.